Hello, my name is Mike Pfaff, and this is my YouTube channel, Living in the Illusion. Now, today we're at a golf course in Ireland. We're on the back 18, just going into the clubhouse. So, we're going to be setting up here. We're out of the way of everybody. We can take our time. I can have a little tea, and we can talk about A Course in Miracles and one of the interesting sentences that presents itself within the Course. Now, last time we were together, we talked about the idea that there was mysteries within A Course in Miracles underneath the language that is expressed. So, as I read this esoteric work a few times, at first I didn't like this at all. Didn't make sense. And then as I read it, I would run across certain phrases that kind of stood out for me and caused me to do some inner thinking. And from that, I said, well, I'll continue to read this goofy work, and maybe there's something I can learn in it. Well, I read it several times, and I'm still reading it. But I look at things differently. And as you can tell from other videos that I've done, that I'm a little bit off the beaten path on a lot of approaches to different things. And A Course in Miracles is one of those. And if you've read any of my books, you will find that my books, the muse for my writing, the muse, isn't that a funny word? A muse. Muse for my writing has been A Course in Miracles. So, and I recognize that there's not too many people that read the Course the way I do. So there is hidden meanings within the work. And we're going to spend a couple of videos just kind of looking at some of those hidden meanings. Now today we're going to talk about a sentence within the Course, and I want to read it exactly so that I can get it right. And it is this: what you remember never was. So let me say that again because it's a little different. What you remember never was. Now that's got to be a strange sentence. So we're going to look at how rememberings are created. Memories are the underpinnings of all remembrances. And so to have a remembrance, you have to have a memory. You don't have to have an event happen. You have to have a memory. which is an inside creation. Oh, there's another unusual saying. So stick around. We're going to change the scenery a little bit, and I'll bring in my whiteboard, and we'll discuss a little bit about what memories are and how we remember, and why is it that what we remember never was. Oh, we're going to have fun in this video. Well, we're back. And on the whiteboard, you should find the topic that we're talking about and also the phrase within the Course in Miracles. Now, I want you to think about an event, that an event happens. Now, an event happens like a little explosion where energy goes in all directions. And now I'm going to draw a little diagram of that, and then we're going to talk about it. So, how do you draw an little explosion? Now, it doesn't matter if it's an event like a wedding or a graduation or a trip to the grocery store or going or working. You know, whatever is going on sends energy in all directions. That's kind of how it goes. So, picture the event as having energy in many different directions, many different types. And of course, you're moving through this energy system. Now, if you are, say, here, you, and somebody else is here, other, and there may be more around, this event, no matter what it is, do you see the same event as, say, this other person does? In other words, you have energy streaming towards you in relationship to whatever the event is. A meeting at work, a discussion with your child's teacher, seeing your parents, a trip to the doctors, whatever it is, this event is going to have an energy around it, and you are going to pick up only part of the energy. Only part of the energy. You're not going to pick up the whole thing. You're not going to pick up all of the information that is the event. You're going to pick up a portion of it that you are interfacing with. So when you think about it for a second, that should make some sense. So it's like looking into a mirror. If you're looking directly into the mirror and somebody else is looking at the side, they're going to get a different reflection. And that's how an event is. You are going to see part of it, and the other person, wherever they are, is going to see a different part of the whole event. That should be pretty straightforward. So now we're talking about the whole event and what you will absorb, your senses will absorb of the whole event, which will only be part of it. And that's the part that you take inside of you. Now, from our other videos, and you can look at the last one we did, from our other videos, when you take information in through your senses, what's the first thing you do with that data? Because your senses transform the information into data, electromagnetic and chemical data that goes to you on the inside. See, now we're talking about the inside, and this is the outside. This whole thing is the outside of you. And therefore, it's everything related to that particular event. So when you take the information inside of you, you filter it. What do you filter it through? Your past experiences. What determines what you're going to experience from this event? Your past experiences. And what are those past experiences? Only memories. So you are experiencing the present moment through the experiences of your past, which are memories. And from those past memories, you will create a new memory of this event in the present moment. Will your memory be the whole event? No. It'll only be what you have filters out of the all of the event that makes sense to you based upon your past memories. And you take that filtered information and it becomes your world, and you make a memory of that particular interpretation. And that's what you store in the subconscious mind. So if you look real close at what I said, you can look at the model we used in the last video. It's the same model. What's outside of you, in this case, this event, is everything. You never know the everything of any event. You only know what your senses take in of the data from the event. And then the first thing you do automatically through your subconscious mind is filter that incoming information through your past memories of your experiences. Oh. And your interpretation of the event will be different from everybody else's that was in the event. Even though you say, and this is the funny part, even though you say to them, to the other person, and I'm pointing up here because I wrote other on that, and you point to him and you say, did you see that? And he'll say, yeah, I saw that. But you won't see the same thing. There'll be two different, I saw that. There will be what he saw or she saw through her past experiences, which will be different from yours, and you saw what you saw through your experiences, which will be different from the other person. And from that, you are creating your world. And your world and the other person's world won't be the same. But you will absolutely believe that you all saw the same thing, and not one of you did. There's been a lot of studies on this. I'm not making this stuff up, you know. There's been a lot of studies that they've done. Eyewitness studies for crime or for accidents or something like that is quite common, that they know, lawyers know, that when they get an eyewitness, they can always change the testimony because it's not really what happened. What they think they saw, they didn't see. And so they're recalling. They are remembering an event. They are remembering the event based upon their past memories. And your past memories, as the Course says, what you remember never happened. You do not see events. You see interpretations of the events unique to you based upon your past. And your past, and my past, and the other person's past, all different. So your interpretation and my interpretation and this other person's interpretation, all different. To what degree? Depends on how much your and I experiences are together. Can my experiences and your experiences be the same? Yes, if we're the same person. When can you be the same person? When we reach oneness with each other. When we begin to recognize the other person. In the Course in Miracles, that's called your brother. When you recognize that you're the same, what you see will be the same. If you don't recognize that you're the same, you're going to see different things. So This is an interesting interpretation. You see, I'm interpreting based upon my past, my experiences as I read the Course. And you are experiencing what I'm saying if you read the Course or talking to somebody else. You are interpreting through your past, your experiences, your understanding, your education, your background in work or life or family. We're all different at that level. That is called the fractal expansion. And underneath the fractal expansion, going down, of course it's not down, but you're going down and you're going down into oneness. Oh, what an interesting concept. We'll have to see what other interesting concepts we can find within the Course. Now, what you remember never was. What you remember never was the event. Can't be. Because of the uniqueness of your experiences, your past, your memories, your interpretations, your reference information, all kinds of stuff. So the Course knows what it's talking about. What you remember never was. And how interesting is that concept? So if you want more information, go to the last video. And I'll put some other references because I've talked about the past and what the past is and the standard model for being in the illusion. And see if it makes any sense to you. And we'll look forward of talking to you the next time we get together. Bye now.